People saying that women are very emotional, so we know how to talk about our feelings, but I don't think we know how to be vulnerable. It's not something we do very well. We belong to each other, and we are the people. SisterTalk started based on my own vulnerability journey. I started doing my work, my inner work, a couple of years ago, and last year I shared what I call my elephant story, which is a shame-based story on the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Wow. So growing up, it was a secret that I carried along for a very long time.
After taping the show and coming to terms with my shame and dealing with vulnerability and not being able to really understand what I was going through, I realized that I needed somebody to help me on this journey.
SisterTalk is a group of women who basically come together to share stories. So SisterTalk is a place where we come together so that we can speak candidly and support one another and laugh and learn from one another.
It was just overdue, so I thought it was a great idea because I find too many times we feel we're alone, and when you get into groups like this, you realize you're not alone.
There's something about sharing with somebody else that's very healing. So if you can, even within your own set of friends, you kind of bring them together and share from your own heart, then it kind of calls other people to share as well.
It's great that even though you might have addressed certain things for yourself, that you're there to support someone else who's at a different stage in the journey.
It gives us such an opportunity to talk about our elephant and shine a light on it and face it.
I think that what I've gained out of it is just understanding that it's okay to walk in your truth and to be vulnerable and understand that it is a journey and that you can do it on your own terms, but also the power of having that support. The group is called SisterTalk, but it really is sisterhood at its finest.
Shame is what makes us human, so it's all a matter of us cultivating shame resilience. But then the only way we can do that is A, owning our story, B, sharing it with people who deserve or who have the right to hear our stories, and C, is to continue walking in vulnerability. I love Super Soul Sunday, I love Dr. Brené Brown, and I love Life Class, and I've always tweeted during any of those shows. So I got an email, I think it was a call, from Hart Studios a couple of months ago, and they mentioned that they were thinking of bringing Dr. Brené Brown onto Life Class, and what do I think of her? I absolutely love her work on shame and vulnerability. Really changed my life. When Erwin, the associate producer at Harpo, called me, I also mentioned to him the reason why I love her so much is that actually she is the foundation of a circle or a group that I have called SisterTalk.
Carlin and her SisterTalk group are Skyping. SisterTalk! And you don't have a question? Yeah, don't they look pretty up there? Okay.
Dr. Ray, my question is, can we bring vulnerability into the workplace, and if so, how?
Oh. Ooh. You got a That's SisterTalk from Toronto.
So what's interesting is what we do every day is we wake up, we put a bunch of armor on, and we go out into the world with this idea is you're not going to see me, you're not going to hurt me, and you're not going to get to me. The problem is that the armor keeps away everything that we want more of. If you're talking about organizations, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, trust, engagement. And so here's the bottom line. If you have a culture in your organization where vulnerability is not tolerated, then you need to take innovation off.
Wow, you learn more from the failures than you do from the everyday stuff.
Oh my God, for sure.
You really do.
Absolutely.
Really do. Yeah, but I hear what the SisterTalk group is saying, though. You just, you come to this life class, you are going to do the online work, and you're just all open and vulnerable, and then you walk into your workspace, and everybody else who hasn't taken the class, how do you integrate that into your daily life and work without looking like you lost your mind? That you just isn't that what you want to know?
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Exactly, yeah.
Here's the beginning. The beginning is shared information. So you could say, hey, you should watch, to your leadership team, would it be, I mean, one of the reasons I get invited to go in is because somebody somewhere, courageous like you, said, I would really like for this team to spend 18 minutes and watch this TED Talk. I would really like for this group to sit down and watch this episode of Life Class. I want to have a discussion. Because without shared information and shared language, there can be no change.
Right. You're absolutely right about that. So show them the Life Class.
After that,
He's teaching you a new guidepost for wholehearted living with weekly intentions and creative exercises. And it's even better when you share. So grab your friends, your family, your neighbors, everybody saying, how do you bring other people along? The Sister Talk group in Toronto, even co-workers, and go to oprah.com/Brene Brown for all of the detail. That's going to be fantastic.
oh my God.
I am going to take that course. That is fantastic. Okay, so thank you so much.